Welcome to Elite Recovering the Lost Tome. Now, if you haven't played DDO for a while, maybe you've taken a break and have recently come back, this is one of the quests that they changed the location of. This used to be out in the lighthouse, but now it's up in the middle of the harbor, or the higher end of the harbor, by Walk the Butcher's Path. They made that change, good year ago now. So, this is the start of my second Warlock life, and gonna do something a little bit different. Gonna go more the traditional caster role this time as opposed to the Enlightened Spirit. I had tons of fun with the Enlightened Spirit last life. I mean, that plays exactly how I like to play: high defense, tanky. Just loved it, and so when I make a permanent Warlock, that's definitely the road I'm gonna go down. When I do that with my Sork Voodoo after Gingerspyce's Warlock Lives. So maybe I'll do another video series with that. For now, I am level 3, and I'm going to be, I think, focusing on the Tainted Scholar Tree. And I just picked up the Chain Eldritch Blast Shape, and this is, you do get there's a penalty to damage. It's a -1 penalty to damage, and it only scales 110% with spell power as opposed to most of the other scale with, I believe it's 150% for most others. But this hits a lot of targets. It's pretty fun. So I just picked it up. I've only played around with it a little bit, so it's still pretty new to me. I probably am going to pick up some stuff from the Soul Eater as well. I may even try to get the first blast out of Enlightened Spirit. We'll see, but this is where I am right now. We'll send him on his way. And then for gear, I haven't really done much with that. I do have an Impulse 42 and Combustion 42 crafted item. So, not doing the sword and board tanky thing this life. Again, doing traditional caster thing, which I haven't done a traditional caster. I used to play him a lot, but now I prefer the more sword and board tanky caster style of play now. I haven't done like traditional caster leveling in a good 2 years since Gingerspyce did her Sork Lives. Just got feather falling on the boots, invulnerability on the leather armor. The Warlock is proficient with light armor. Fjarlin Mirror Cloak, spell resistance 17, and the Necklace of Contemplation. And this is just the pendant of time that you get for the favor turn in. So I chose the Fiend Pact, and so that's the fire damage. So I'm only going to be doing fire and force damage this time, as opposed to last time I had 3 damage types. I was doing light, sonic, and force. But I believe I'm going to have some options to change some of the damage to evil damage and piercing damage. I'm going to miss those blasts from Enlightened Spirit, and right now my first thoughts are that's going to be my favorite tree by far. But I did want to do something different, just try out the different Warlock trees and also do something different for the video. You can see the little blue bolts bouncing around between them. I just got a question from somebody today. They're a newer player, and they said, is it worth doing collectibles? And I said, well, I do them. I still do them because, a lot of those collectibles are used in Kenneth crafting recipes, and some of them are used in your Eldritch rituals at the Stone of Change, where you add, like, your point of force damage to your weapon, or you get an extra point of resistance, or extra shield or armor point on those items. So I like to do them, but a lot of people just skip them. Now, if you're new to Warlock, you can actually toggle off your pack damage. And that's not something you can really do on the fly, though. But like if you were fighting a mob that was healed by fire, you know, like an iron golem, for example, you'd want to go ahead and turn your pact off. And you turn it off just by clicking. But if you, and then you can see now I'm just going to be doing force. You can see the bursts are now blue. But if I want to toggle the pack damage back on, you know, you go through the tie my shoe animation. So it's not something you're going to do on the fly real quick, but you do have that option, which is definitely good, because there are going to be some times that you don't want to do fire damage. So for my feats, you know, if I'm not, I don't know if I'm going to pick up the burst, but, or the blast. Burst? I'm still getting the terminology mixed up. Yeah, the burst. But if I don't pick those up, I will have no need for like maximizing in power as far as I can tell. You know, I'm not going to need shield proficiency and shield mastery, and I didn't really go over the feats that I chose last life, but I did pick shield proficiency and shield mastery and improved shield mastery and all that jazz. Well, that's video 1 of Life 2. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube, and if you happen to be on Sarlona, you are welcome to send me a tell.